Hello again, guys, and welcome back to Shawn Jackson's BS, the Week in Review. I'm your host, Shawn Jackson. I had a pretty interesting day today, and it would be kind of out of order for me to share it with you, so if you're a regular reader, you'll be able to read about it after I post my entry tonight. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until I record my next show next week. I'm going to jump right into last week's entries. The first one, a better sounding version of me in my day, March 23rd, 2014. Okay, so I just recorded my second podcast. I think it went much better than the first one. Although I had some technical difficulties after I was done because YouTube said it was rejected for being too long, my friend Gary from the Half-Ass Podcast talked me through getting it fixed. Thanks, brother, for your help. Man, it would have sucked to have to re-record it. Very grateful for those guys and the new medium to reach people. I am truly blessed in the direction in which my life is taken. I received a late entry for the project, as it were, and instead of adding it to this entry, I am going to go back to that entry and edit it in there. It is definitely worth it. It was from my sister, and I also read it on the show last week. I am sorry, but you guys will have to wait until Saturday to listen to it when the guys get it edited and up on the Half-Ass Podcast website. I will say that John said that my first episode, or my pilot episode, did really well. That is awesome, and hopefully it will get better. I do not have a lot of other things to talk about right now. I imagine my Sunday entries will be a little shorter than normal from here on, considering I will probably use some of my stuff during my recordings. I am going to enjoy that day though, as I hope all of you will too. I am probably going to watch a little TV, which is I seriously never do, aside from Sunday nights, that is, when The Walking Dead comes on. I'm also going to write my niece back today, since I told myself I would yesterday and still have not. Plus, I'm going to try another Facebook recipe today for banana nut bread, using only a yellow cake mix, pecans, a few ripe bananas, and something else which escapes me now. I will have to look it up again. No big deal, though. Everything seems to be falling into place better than I ever could have guessed it would. Have I told you guys lately how awesome you are? What about how awesome my life is? Well, you guys are awesome, and do not let anyone ever tell you otherwise. And as far as my life goes, well, unless you think I lie in my entries, you guys know that my life could not get much better. Have an awesome rest of your day, guys. Enjoy your week and find the silver. It is out there everywhere. Be sure to tell the people that you care about just what they mean to you. And if you haven't already done so, please like us on Facebook. I will share that link with you below. I will be back here tomorrow. Remember, hope that it will, have faith that it will, and show love to anyone and everyone. Everything will work out just fine. Next entry, a small birthday shout out for my future mother-in-law and just another good day, March 24th, 2014. I had a pretty good day for not being able to work. I still got up at the normal time, which is 5 a.m. To go to weekly meetings so we did not lose our incentive. We got up at 5 a.m. so that we could go to our weekly meeting at work, a safety meeting, so that we did not lose our incentive. I'm not going to go into all the details, but it would have cost me $170 accumulative anyway, so we went. I tried repeatedly to get a hold of my attorney to no avail. I figured since I'm always working during their business hours that today I would try and touch base with them since he has court tomorrow evening. I have faith that he will handle it though. We made some arrangements to make sure we could line up my going home to visit coming back with being able to bring my brother's kids back with me. Everything is lined up there and I am very excited about it all. I still have to get with work tomorrow and let them know. Plus another big shout out to my friend JB and her husband RB for helping me out with the vehicle so I do not have to rent a car. That in itself is going to allow me a little more money to be able to do stuff with my family while I'm down there. The rest of my day, although good, just consisted of me doing the dishes, laundry. I took an almost nap for about an hour or so. For all of you out there that do not know what an almost nap is, well, it is where you almost fade off to sleep, but then you get woke up for this or that. They can be pretty satisfying, though. I imagine they probably do not sound like it. I also finally wrote my niece back today. Funny story, actually. I was looking for some full-size notebook paper, and so I asked my brother if he had some. Much to my surprise, he did. Much more to my surprise, it was Hello Kitty notebook paper. I did not say much about it. I chalked it up to the fact that maybe he had it for his girls. It worked perfect for writing my niece anyway, so what are you going to do? Some more good news. I get to work tomorrow. It sucks that my brother does not, though, but he seems to be taking it okay, so it happens. It has been reversed several times in the past, and maybe that's why it's not bothering him. Overall, my day was really good. I am now waiting for my girl to message me so I can call home. They are out eating with my girl's mom for my girl's mom's birthday, and although she does not read this, I will say happy birthday to J.O. I love and miss you too. That is it for today, guys. Hope each and every one of you had a good day, and may you have a better tomorrow. Please like us on Facebook. Next entry. Got some help from the dictionary tonight, but it fits perfect. March 25th, 2014. I had a real good day, folks. I actually got to work, which was really nice, but we are back to day by day check-in with work. The silver for today, I made state prevailing wage. It was supposed to rain all day, and it did not rain except a little bit this morning. It was actually a beautiful day outside. Been trying to think about what to write about, and I think, as I have been, I am just going to empty my head in this entry. Really looking forward to my trip home. I told one of my bosses about it today when I turned in my vacation request slip. He just said to write it on a calendar and keep reminding them every so often as we get closer to time. We do not have any work tomorrow, which I plan to use to my advantage. They have been telling us at work that we have to have around 600 hours in to qualify for part-time unemployment, so I came home and did some figuring, and we are good, so I'll be getting online to get that set up. Plus, we do have a little side work to keep us busy and making a little money, so. Also, my attorney had court in Buckner tonight, so if you pray, please keep that in there. If not, please keep it in your positive thoughts for me. I just want a nice and easy resolution. I'm so excited that it's almost over. I should be able to squash the money for that situation with my check tomorrow. Then it will be time to work on the other two. I can hardly believe it's almost over. I have come so far from hopeless, an adjective, feeling or causing despair about something, to hopeful, an adjective, feeling or inspiring optimism about a future event. Is it weird that the dictionary defines these little words in such a way that covers an entry for me, probably better than anything I could have wrote myself? I'm going to go for tonight, guys. I'm going to share this link to the Half-Assed Podcast site. They are the guys that gave me a spot on their network with my own show, shawnjacksonsbs, the Week in Review. If you have not checked it out, please give it a listen. And if you need some good raunchy humor, you can check out some of their stuff while you're there. And then I shared the links, and please like us on Facebook. Next entry, staying clean, not letting them rent space, and still damning the man. March 26, 2014. I woke to an email from the Buckner Police Department administrator telling me that my warrants were removed, which had me so excited that I posted this on Facebook. Stop, friends and family. I just woke up to an email from the admin lady in Buckner, and I no longer have 8 warrants. I now have 0 warrants in Buckner. Fixing to try and get hold of my attorney to see what happened in court yesterday. And then I called his office, and after some serious emotional roller coaster effects in my mind from feelings of betrayal from a lawyer who swore he would keep the fines under $700, and turns out they ended up agreeing on $1,200, and obviously feelings of anger that very well would have turned into huge resentments about the court's greed and the money-driven system in which we live in, I came to this conclusion, for which I also posted on Facebook. Okay, so here's what I have decided. I, unfortunately for faults of my own and some that are not, do not have much to do with the laws that govern me. I do have to abide by them, as unfair and greed-ridden as a lot of them are. So to be happy and stay accountable for my actions, I have every right to be upset with the outcome of Buckner's greed and my lawyer's empty promises, but I'm not going to let it rent space in my head. I accept the unfairness part of life along with the good things. Lessons learned, now time to handle some more business and pay the fines and shit and get on with my life. I had to ask myself this: is there a damn thing that you can do about it and still get it taken care of? The answer is no. So with my head held high, I will take care of it, and I will still scream at every turn, damn the man right in the ass. That is all. Thank you for your support. I'm truly stuck in the middle of a situation where to handle my issues and find resolutions that will work for me and to move on with carrying this message of hope, I have to abide. It is the only way I will ever truly be happy. I have to handle it in their way, accept the fact that there isn't a goddamn thing I can do about it. It is better to fight my fight for an individual freedom fighter than to get involved with a big fight and possibly stand my ground and end up in jail or the like and still not change anything. The only thing I would accomplish is fucking myself. It is a little easier these days to decide to just force my head high and move through the bullshit and to fight the fight after my individual battle is over from out here on the right side of life. Finding like-minded people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Sometimes I wonder how the people who place things in place that hurt the small people in our country and all over the world live with themselves. I could completely unload all kinds of uncensored nonsense on you guys, different legal and illegal thoughts that run through my head as ways to handle these various parasites, to use a gentle euphemism. But I am in the midst of a different fight right now, as so many of you are, and choosing our battles wisely and looking for the silver in everything is the most important message right now, for me to live and for me to pass along to you all. Life is, has been, and probably always will be full of unfair and discriminatory practices of others that will in so many ways affect you. But wars can be won by intentionally losing battles. You all must have heard the old saying, you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. Mr. Jones. I'm still blessed, and this little hiccup only proves my point about the man, that I will live to fight another day. This is in no way a surrender, believe that. I will change the world, people's views, or fucking die trying, but I cannot do that from behind a pipe or a needle. That is all today, guys. Thanks again for reading my blog. They will always be so malicious. They will not always be so malicious. Damn the man. And then damn the man along with me on Facebook. My next entry, morality versus common morality, March 27, 2014. After having a discussion with a friend yesterday on Facebook, I needed a definitive definition of the word morality, for which I looked up online. It was, as I already knew, exactly as I thought. I actually looked up these words. Morality, a noun, principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong or good and bad behavior. Moral, an adjective, concerned with the principles of right and wrong behavior and the goodness or badness of human character. I have come to believe that there is generally accepted misinformed definition of morality based on the status quo, that on an individual's principles or that of each person influence right or wrong choices in their everyday lives, which is, well, off a bit, I guess, in my opinion. Each of us individually has a set of right and wrong, good and bad principles in which we govern our decisions. Every single time we make a choice about anything, ever, it is based on our own experiences from our lives up to that point, mixed in with a little emotion of whatever emotional state we are in then and at the current time. I looked up common morality and found this article, for which I will share with you the link at the bottom of the page. The core idea of common morality is that all humans, at least all morally serious humans, have a pre-theoretical awareness of certain moral norms. The claim is that normal humans intuit or in some other way know that there is something wrong with things like lying or breaking promises or killing people. These purportedly universally shared insights can provide the raw data from which ethical theories are constructed. As such, they are perhaps analogous to the raw sense data that are relied on in natural sciences to launch the construction of scientific theories and accounts of the nature of reality. Some common morality theorists suggest an analogy between the natural and the moral sciences. In the natural sciences, there is a widely shared belief that some raw sensory data are perceived by all normal humans and provide the basis for the construction of various scientific theories. For example, it is widely believed that all normal humans, looking at the top light on a traffic signal, perceive something that in English is called red. Of course, different cultures will use different language to describe this experience. They may parse about the boundaries differently, varying on the exact borderline between red and orange, provide widely differing accounts of why the experience of red even occurs, and eventually generate significantly different theoretical formulations to explain the experience of redness. Moreover, some individuals may look at the top light on the traffic signal and not see color at all. One generally, however, does not account for this by denying that there is an object, generally shared basis for that experience that produces a sensation of redness in normal people. One simply explains the experience of the one who fails to see color by posting a defect in perception called color blindness. Some moral theorists suggest that something happens when humans look at the moral scene. The claim is that all normal humans in all places and cultures see certain moral requiredness. They see that behaviors are, in some sense, generally wrong, that other behaviors are generally right, that some character traits are generally praiseworthy, others blameworthy. No sophisticated common morality theorist denies that. As with color blindness, there may be occasional outliers who for one reason or another fail to intuit or perceive these simple abstract moral norms. Certainly, people in different cultures will define these terms differently, will recognize different limits on the norms, and will construct different theories to account for their experience. The primitive idea that there is something generally wrong with killing other humans will be articulated very differently in different cultures, some referring to the sacredness of life, others to a duty not to kill, a right to life, or a prohibition on killing the innocent. Some may extend the insight to a duty to prolong living, others limit it merely to a prohibition of direct active killing. Some may endorse more exceptions for killing of unjust aggressors, for killing in just war, for killing in self-defense. Others, such as pacifists, will be much more stingy in doling out exceptions. Certainly, people at different times and places will articulate the norms in different languages and embed them in different theories. The basic claim of common morality theorists, however, is that there is some primitive, pre-theoretical insight that is shared by all normal, morally serious persons. I do believe that we do share common morals with most people, but as our circles get smaller, our morals change a little here and there, for this reason or that, all the way down to us on an individual basis. Although most people are against murder, without events in place, right and or wrong, to influence us, we would never know it was wrong. I do believe I have a lot of morals in common with most of my fellow human beings, but I also know that I have some morality guidelines or boundaries, for lack of a better term, which most people would disagree with totally. Like, for example, as I have said in previous entries, that whether acted on or not, I believe in avenging killed loved ones who were taken maliciously or murdered, as it were. I also hate war and violence, but feel it is sometimes necessary, for example, going to war with Nazi Germany because they were slaughtering millions of innocent, defenseless people. I also believe that although I know karma will exact out according to those good to good and bad to bad, that I play a part sometimes, meaning I might be someone's karma, good and or bad, from time to time. My morality level is different now because for once in my life I am truly trying to live in accordance to what I have believed in for all my life. It is a hard and lost battle when I was using and doing everything in a very destructive way, going against the very values I so much believe to be true. I also think that the morals of others can be changed at any given time depending on the means, the depth of belief in said values or morals, and who may be presenting them which would also mean whether or not that person is trying to dissuade or just showing a different way by example without their knowledge. Does that make sense? I'm going to go for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed reading. Whether or not we share all the same morals or values does not mean that we are so different, actually. Living through hope, faith, and love will get us all to the same destination, God willing. Please like us on Facebook. My next entry. Pulling myself up and out and calling it the norm. March 28, 2014. I had a very long day, guys, so unfortunately this one is not going to be very long. Worked outside in the cold rain all day, but this little side job is worth it on 2 counts. One of which is the fact that I'm making double what I bring home from my regular job. This job is also from my stepmother's friend, which means even better quality than I would do at my own house. Initially, we just went in and scraped the popcorn ceiling down, but today we are working on the fence, where my real skills are. I have to go back by myself in the morning to finish nailing up the rest of the pickets, but hopefully the skies will be a little bluer tomorrow. Anyways, cold, wet, hungry, and tired, which are 4 bad things for a person getting over a drug addiction, and my mind started to wander on the way home. I started thinking about my boys and how much I missed them. I started feeling really depressed. I tried to think about something else to take my mind off feeling like that, and so I went straight to thinking about my grandparents, which only made it worse. By the time we got home, I was completely down and totally depressed and homesick. So instead of just caving in, I decided to eat, which was awesome because my stepmother had picked up teriyaki from some restaurant for dinner. When I finished, I felt a little better, even enough so to convince myself that I was going to start feeling better, period. I sat in my room, peeling out of my drenched clothes, and looked over at the 3 pictures of my boys on the desk. They were quite young in these pictures, and they were so damn cute. It makes my heart swell just thinking about how things were. They really are good kids. And back then, I tell you, the way our relationships were would make any father proud. I love and miss them so much more than they realize. Thinking about some of our positive memories helped pull me up a little bit more. I turned the shower on until steam came rolling out of the top. Turned my phone to YouTube and listened to a couple Marty Robbins songs, El Paso and Devil Woman. Believe it or not, that is some damn good music right there. Plus my grandparents are the whole reason why I listen to really old country music. I got out of the shower feeling almost 100%. I got warm, dry, full, and turned those depressed feelings around in such a way that I could still think about my boys and my grandparents, but with the biggest smile and swollen heart instead of the opposing thoughts and feelings from earlier. You want to hear the very best part? Of course you do. It is this one little, very simple thing. Through the whole up and down roller coaster, not once did my mind even go in the direction of dope. This is becoming more and more the norm for me. I can feel bad whether or not I pull myself out quickly or if it lasts a while, and my mind does not go straight to the fucking dope. That in itself is so incredible. It would be hard to put into words without sounding like I am completely over-exaggerating, which I assure you I am not. I love my life and all that that entails. I am grateful beyond belief that I've had this last chance to square with life. I am so blessed that I may start trying to heal people. Not really, but you get the point. Now the only thing left from the list above that I did not get rid of is the fact that I am extremely tired. So I'm going to wrap this up so that I can turn in a little early. Have I told you guys lately how damn awesome you are? Well, you guys are almost too damn awesome for your own good. Have a great evening and a wonderful Saturday. Find your silver and tell your loved ones that you love them each and every chance you get. Today is a gift, a present, the present, and tomorrow is not promised. Please like us on Facebook. My entry from yesterday. My day and my life, both too awesome to not share with you guys. March 29, 2014. The top of the entry, there's 4 pictures, 1 before and 3 after pictures of a fence that me and my brother did. You'll have to go and check me out. Check out the entry for yourselves if you want to see the pictures. Okay, so today was good. I finished up a side job for which the pictures should be here with this entry. Some before and after shots just to reassure you guys why I really do love building fences. The job had some unexpected little things happen, so it took me a few hours longer than I thought it would, but I am proud of the quality and the money that I made, not to mention that it was for a friend of my stepmother's. It rained the entire time, both days. I actually ended up wearing a contractor's trash bag as rain gear today, which I wish I had done yesterday. The tools, which I borrowed from work, are old and therefore did not work very well at all, if at all. I had to feed myself the pickets from inside to the outside, where I had to walk the ledge and fight 2 thorn bushes, 1 thorny tree thing. I actually had a couple of small avalanches under my footing walking that ledge, which could have been real bad. Needless to say, it was a good day, and a damn good job well done. I love what I do. I've also decided to get the information and write the Riverside Municipal Judge myself before saving up more lawyers' fees, because as most of you know, between extra taxes for my IRS debt and child support, I am not left with much of a paycheck. Plus, with work still being slow and just now starting to pick back up, paychecks, small or otherwise, are still a bit scarce. I will probably write the letter sometime tomorrow after I record my 3rd podcast episode. 3 is the magic number, right? Anyways, I also plan to share a link to my blog with him. Hopefully he can see past my damn the man BS from a few days ago. Last but not least, the podcast. I'm looking forward to recording the entries from this week on Shawn Jackson's BS, the Week in Review. I do not think the guys at the Half-Ass Podcast are going to air my 2nd episode until Monday or something. I will be sure to share that link with you as well. I will also share all corresponding links from this entry at the bottom. Ironically, all the entries that I think are going to end up being short, I apologize for in advance, and this one I did not, and it seems that it will be shorter than the rest. I do not know whether or not to write sorry or laugh my ass off. Be sure to tell your loved ones that you love them today, and remember the world is so full of silver that there's more than enough to go around. Have an outstanding rest of your evening, and God bless each and every one of you for being so awesome and reading my bullshit. Hope and love is where you will find true happiness. Please like us on Facebook. That's all my entries from this last week. I'm going to read one of my old previous entries. We're going to start calling it my old ones the vault entries. So I'm going to read one from the vault back before I even started dating him. This one's called Life, Love, and the Pursuit of Happiness. I am totally shooting from the hip on this one, so be prepared for all sorts of mistakes. I recently came out of a very unhealthy relationship with a very sweet woman. Now, you would never know how sweet she truly is if you ever saw us around each other. I care about this woman a great deal. I don't like the fact that she is in pain and hurting like she is, but as unfortunate as it may be, it doesn't change anything. We did nothing but hurt each other constantly. Just like all my relationships in the past, drug use, limiting this to my drug use did nothing but damage our ability to trust, communicate, understand, and in the end, love each other. I came to Washington to escape the pain, the drugs, possible future overdose, possible future jail time, and the like. Now here, I'm really starting to like who I am and look forward to being a better man, although I don't even know what that looks like. Since I've been here, I've already learned so much about me and what I want out of life. I am not giving that up for anything. For the very first time in my life, my perspective is truly different, and I am being completely honest and sincere to everyone, including myself. I am getting better. I know every day isn't going to be easy, and God love my stepmother and my brother. I am so honest about what goes on in my head that they probably either stay frustrated or stay worried, and it probably switches back and forth a lot. I have to move on with my life no matter what happens, and it sucks so much worse than anyone can imagine getting clean and starting to really feel the pain that comes from devastatingly hurting the people who I hold most dear. And even now, and it doesn't matter whether the guilt is justified, I feel it all the same. I really wish it wasn't such a hard night on everyone else, because I know everything is going to be okay. I really do. I can't tell you when, why, or even how. I just know that it will be. That's all I got for this week, folks. The last entry that I just read you from the vault, the girl that I was talking with, me and that girl are still together. We worked through our problems. and I'm so much happier for it. We're getting stronger. I love her more than life itself. I don't have anything else. I got to go ahead and wrap this up. Got about 20 minutes to get it uploaded and shared with the guys from the Half-Ass Podcast. Need to give a big shout out to them. Go check out the rest of their shows and check out my other episodes while you're at it. Half-Ass Podcast Network and the Half-Ass Podcast with Gary and John, and Shawn Jackson's BS, the Week in Review. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Until next week. Later.